lesson, but I found this one great for this lesson. Halloween, okay? You can talk about the table of contents and what that means. You're going to get in an email nonfiction feature cards.
I forwarded those.
Okay, I sent them out this afternoon. Shauna sent them out, so they should already be on your email. And then you can focus on the different features of nonfiction. There's headings, there's labels, there's, okay, all that kind of stuff. So what I would do here is I talk about Halloween fun and talk about that is a heading, okay? And then I'm going to read the text. Costumes, candy, trick-or-treating, parties, games, and lots of eating. Halloween just can't be beat. It's a holiday that's one big treat. So then I'm going to talk about, stop, and I'm going to say the main topic or my heading is Halloween fun. Now what did I just read that makes Halloween fun?
Treats.
We've got treats. We've got, so this is a picture of treats, okay? Here, trick-or-treating, treats. And I turn the page and I read more under this heading. There's ghosts and goblins and bats. So after I read it, then I'm going to say, now, I just read that these are the things that make Halloween fun. It says right here, ghosts and goblins. Oh, let's write that down. Okay, because modeled interactive, we write things down as we read it. Not after we've read the whole book. It's as we're doing it. So here's the decision. I am thinking that ghosts and goblins make Halloween fun. I'm going to write that down. Okay? Here I just have pictures. You can also start to label them, the pictures. Using initial sounds, you can even label it with words. I just wanted to show you another way.
And if you don't have time to make pictures, draw them.
Yep, you
Just
can just draw it on a chart.
Yeah.
I was thinking another step ahead of a center. Kids could take this book and match this with this. Does it have to go to a center? It doesn't have to get as far as independent. But some people are kind of interested in that. Are there any questions on
Can you scoot
nonfiction?
the paper down so we can see the headings?
What does it say, Halloween?
Oh,
This
okay.
is in your curriculum map. It says main topic,
and headings or key details.
and it's the exact graphic organizer found in your curriculum map. So
Under
work on that.
11. Okay? So I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to write it down.
It just went off the
And what are
screen.
the key details that happen here? Okay, what are the key details that I just read? Then I'm going to put those pictures up, or I'm going to draw them on my chart.
What level do you start doing informational text? Like, what level reading would you do it? Like, even an A? You do?
As long as it fits what you need,
Oh, it was
main
really-
topic and key details. So find one that fits. And it's easier if there's not a lot of text on it, because you can spend a little bit more
And
time.
this
It's
is
more
something you
clear.
can integrate. Is Halloween a theme? Yes. Is weather a theme? Yes. Are animals themes? Yes. So this you can integrate with what you're talking about with your content area.
So would you
So
stop at that
very
point, or are
nice.
you going to read the whole book itself? Or just stop for the day there?
If you have time, read more. As
We
you
read more.
Until
I mean,
your
I
time's
have,
up.
I
Okay.
have more up here, so you can come up
But
here.
that's one
and-
thing you can teach for
Look and
nonfiction
play.
is it's not a story. You don't have to read the whole thing in one setting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can read a heading. or
You can teach just a heading section at a time. Or you can just teach one section at a time. Or today I'm just going to teach you about the table of contents.
And one fun thing with
on
that table
how
of
the book
contents
works.
is I would give the kids a choice and read the table of contents. What would you like to read today? And then we'd turn to that. So it was an interactive lesson after my model lessons. And then they'd choose what we read. And so it makes it more engaging for them if they have choice. So that's fun nonfiction. And go into your guided reading libraries because they have lots of early reader nonfiction books that could be used. This is a level, I don't know what level.
I don't
When
know
you
what
say
level
library,
this
you're
is.
talking about like the school.
Guys,
The school.
nonfiction
We don't
is
have our own.
extremely difficult to find. Sorry, it is. For young readers. I even told Barnes & Noble to get more. And they said, well, we can only get as much as is published.
It
And I'm
is
like, that's
coming
true.
out more.
But because of the new court,
Encourage
we're
your
going to see
principals.
more of it. So just do the best you can.
So if any
Okay.
of you are into writing nonfiction, there seems to be a niche market opening
Uh-huh.
up. So
There you go.
That's true.
Okay, so with that, I'll be here for a few minutes. I'll answer any questions. Shauna and I will be out in your classrooms, and we're more than happy to support you with this. Okay. To get Writers Workshop started, because many of you are coming to the end of your letter routine and now need time to write. What do I do? Okay. So week 1, all we want you to do is we want you to have these cards and say, I can think of a story. And authors write good stories. One thing authors can write about is who did what stories. Okay? All week long, all I'm going to do is I'm going to model who did what stories. I might write it down on a T-chart. Who? Who can be a who? My grandma, my grandpa, my dad, my mom, my dog, myself. I'm going to try to get as many who's on one side of that T-chart as I can. Did what? We went shopping, we weeded the garden, we ate pizza, we built a snowman. Okay? So we're going to try to come up with as many as we can. I'm going to model it very clearly the first day. The second day and the rest of the week, kids can help generate lots of ideas. Okay?
And turn and talk too. Use a lot
Yep.
of turn and talk.
So you
Use
don't
lots of
actually
turn
have
and
them write.
Nope.
And when you say you model the
We're
first day,
teaching
you're
the
not
process.
writing?
Nope, this is all we're doing. We're not writing. There's no paper,
This
pencil
is
yet.
whole group, everyone. Whole group.
Whole group, okay? Thinking of who did what and act it out. Act that out. Who? I did what? Shopping with my mom. Okay? Get creative and get acting. Okay? Get that drama hat out. Okay. The second one. Oh, that's how we can use it for our arts thing. Okay, the second one is I can say and test my story. Who? So we're going to generate more ideas. Who did what? So we're testing it, my story. Think of a story. Now let's test those stories. So this child's going to tell me their story. Let's all test it. Who? And the child says, I. And then we all say, did what? And the child will say whatever they did. Okay? We're testing. Does it have a who and a what? Yep, that's something we could write about. Does your story? Okay? Test, say, and test them. So spend some time on that. Okay? Then it's going to be. Okay. Then it's I can clap. Nope. How does this go? It's a quick draw, isn't it? So then it's quickly draw my story. So just give them, first on my model, I'm just going to have a big chart tablet, and I'm going to have lots of squares. Okay? And I'm going to say my story. Who? I did what? Whatever I did last night. Okay? I looked for a book or something. And so then in that top square, I'm going to draw a picture of me looking for my book. Is my dog in my picture? No, because my story is who? I did what?
I was
Look
setting
for a
this
book.
up like the writing assessment.
So I just have
Yes.
me and a book. That's it. That's all that's in my story. Is the sun in my story? Nope, can't draw it. Draw. And show them, model for them how to do stick people. They don't know how to do stick people.
Pencil, no crayons.
Only pencils, no prints. So we're not coloring cutesy little pictures that take 10 minutes. This
And
is
no
quick draw.
faces.
Then I'm going to move to this child and say, tell me your who did what story.
That's what in
They're
the
gonna tell it.
video they didn't.
I'm going to draw it
Or
on my
hand.
chart in the next box down. And then the next box down. and the next box down. We're going to quickly do lots of quick draws. We're going to go back and read those quick draws. Who? Okay, did what? So we're just going to read those. Any questions on that
You're
stuff?
saying boxes, and then this is just one box.
So
For one person.
I have
It's
boxes.
second box for second person.
I have box. See this box right here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just put them down the chart, lots of them, on your big chart that we have.
So it's just quick draw boxes.
Just quick draw boxes. Okay?
So she's
Draw
just
lots
throwing
of them
all
on a
those
chart.
Isn't that the same as having one big square, rectangle and divided into three?
We're not dividing it into three.
No.
Okay,
This is the next.
That's all you're thinking, because it's like, you know,
Okay, guys, don't divide them into three yet. We're just trying to get kids to write who did what. We're not trying to get them to write a beginning, middle, and end story. That's end of the
So
year.
I found my book. Stick figure with a book. Done.
Done.
And then the second one.
I ate a sandwich. Stick figure sandwich. Great. Okay. All right.
You got it. Okay, does everybody understand? And so by the end of the week, will you have every kid on there?
Yes.
Put their little name next to it so they can claim it as their own.
And then hang it up or whatever.
And hang it up. Stick it out in the hall. When I walk down the hall at schools, I love to see stuff like this. Okay?
Even though you drew the pictures.
Okay, then what we want to teach them is I can clap and count the words in my story. I went shopping with my mom. Now, this means syllables. This means clap and count the words in my story. Right? Okay. So, I went shopping with my mom. And I even have to go. I went shopping with my mom.
How many words?
How many words? How many spaces? I need to go this way.
25.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, how many words? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Starting to show them some boundary. Spend lots of time on this. There's no need to rush. Okay? And then, that's as far as we want you to go. And then we're going to come back to cohort, and then in cohort we're going to show you how to get kids actually pencil paper writing and how teachers give good conferences to meet the needs of your writers.
Before you do clap and count, can you have them practice doing their own quick draw?
Sure,
Okay.
sure, you have all week.
Okay.
Spend a week on each one. I mean, a good amount of time dedicated to this. You're going to be after it one day, you're going to be like, my kids have it. Guys, nobody has ever taught me how to think of a story to write. That is totally abstract in my little 5-year-old mind. Because I'm trying to get Amberlyn to do it now, and it's like, what? Okay? It's totally distracting or abstract to them. They cannot, they're not used to thinking in those ways.
So real world things.
So really spend some time helping kids learn how to think like an author. That's what we want kids to do.
And
Okay?
they can turn and talk and do a lot of verbalizing.
Lots of that.
And you can have a clipboard and have them do quick draws after you've modeled for a couple of days. Yeah, you get
Or
to
send them
think
back
of
to
the
their seat.
story and do a quick
Yeah.
draw, or back at their seat.
And then you can put those quick draws in a class book and have kids, be able to look through the quick draws, okay? You can spend some time on how to draw certain things, how things are shapes. A house is a triangle and a square. Spend some time on how to get thoughts up here, down, right here with pictures.
So
Okay.
that's when I usually do just a 1-week drawing unit, just so they have shapes that they can use to do circles, squares, triangles, to make people, to make
We
dogs.
can totally use this in our arts thing.
That would be good.
That's what I do, is just a little drawing unit, so they know how to.
Go check out a book from the media center if you don't know how. There's some in there that will.
So if you guys think you
quick draw
understand,
pictures.
you're free to go. If you want more, you can stay, Sean and I.
And I was just going to mention one thing. Just format it like a writer's workshop, the mini lesson. You can have a practice and then do a little share. Even if it's a verbal share, you can still have them share out.
Oh, yeah.
Or share their little
Totally.
drawings.
Great idea. Great.
Yes.
Can we talk about book bags and how you organize that really fast?
Okay, book
Oh, your book
bags.
bags.
For those of you who are interested in book bags, what you're going to do is kids are going to come to guided reading. You're going to give them a new book. Okay? You're going to keep them.